Hi, and welcome to Get Curious with Kirsten, where we talk about the intersection of curiosity and leadership. Effective leaders are capable of recognizing the different behavioral styles that are present on their team and then adjust their own communication and approach to working with the different styles. Today, I'd like to share a tool that you as a leader can use to improve your workplace relationships. It's called the Everything Disc Model, and it can help you take a clearer look at the needs and priorities of the people on your team. What I love about the DISC is that it's both easy to understand and to apply in different contexts. So once you understand the basic model, you can apply it to your relationship with your partner at home, your best friend, clients, coworkers, and so on and so forth. So while we can never be fully sure of another person's DISC style, unless they tell us, by answering these two key questions, you can start with a base knowledge when you interact with them. So right now, I want you to think of a person that you know. Picture them in your mind, and then get ready to answer these two questions. The first question to consider is whether the person is more fast-paced and outspoken or more cautious and reflective. So think about that person's body language, their tone of voice, the pace that they use when they speak. Do they speak quickly and use a lot of hand gestures? They have a variety of facial expressions. If so, they probably fall into the fast-paced and outspoken category. Or maybe they're more quiet and still with their body and their face. Do they pause to reflect before speaking? If so, they're probably on the more cautious and reflective side of the spectrum. The second question is whether the person is more questioning and skeptical or more warm and accepting. When a questioning and skeptical person is asked a question, they tend to answer no right away, or maybe they ask why in a questioning way. They tend to play the devil's advocate, whereas a warm and accepting person might answer yes, or might be more willing to go along with another person's suggested idea right from the start. Now combine the answers to both of those questions and you can determine that person's DISC style. Keep in mind there are no right or wrong answers here because all DISC styles are equally valuable. But most of us tend to have a home base in one of these main DISC areas. And this is where it gets really interesting. The DISC tells us what our coworkers prioritize in the workplace. So let's take a look at this DISC map with the 8 priorities listed next to each of the different styles. Imagine, for example, your coworker Ellen, who has a D or dominant style. She's direct and outspoken. She has a strong drive to achieve, so she's not afraid to make tough calls or urge the team towards a goal. And when she has a clear vision of how to get there, she can become frustrated if things take longer than they should. Ellen is an example of someone who prioritizes results, action, and challenge in her role. Then there's Anthony, who leads with an I or an influence style. He's outgoing and enthusiastic, and he thrives in a lively, fast-paced environment where people come together and collaborate. And because that sense of connection means so much to him, he can be left feeling discouraged and drained when it's missing from his work life. Anthony is motivated by enthusiasm, action, and collaboration. Let's look at Ramon, who has an S or steadiness style. He's very patient and accommodating. He has a very calm, supportive way about him that helps others to feel welcome. And though his colleagues know he's dependable, they don't always get how much he doesn't want to let them down or how important it is for him to keep things on an even keel. Ramon prioritizes support, stability, and collaboration at work. And finally, there's Nadia, who has a C or conscientiousness style. She's analytical and precise and likes having personal space to dig deeply and logically into a topic or a problem. Like others with a C style, she puts a lot of pressure on herself to get things right. So even though she presents a calm face to the world, she gets stressed out when she doesn't have the time or stability to do her job properly. Nadia likes to focus on accuracy, stability, and challenge. Now, of course, there's a lot more to people than just their DISC style. But what the DISC model can do is to help you take a fresh look at the people on your team, what motivates them, and how you can provide support as a leader. And once you get where people are coming from, you can choose to engage in ways that are more productive. I love working with teams to determine their DISC styles and see what priorities that a team has as a whole and what they like to focus on. In a perfect world, we would have all DISC styles present on a team, so we could focus on action and moving forward, but not so fast that we sacrifice stability, and that we challenge ways of thinking so that we innovate, but also find common ground to collaborate in order to reach our goals. All of these priorities are important to get our work done. So if you'd like to learn more about how you can support your team by using the DISC model, please reach out so we can talk through some possibilities. Also, please make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Until next time, stay curious.